Oh, you get the shitty ones.
Who are you, Devin, eating on record?
Hey,
I'm almost done.
I finished my snow cone. Thank you very much.
All right.
Should
Well,
have
I'm
gotten
gonna
the garden salsa ones. Those are the best, right, Tim?
Those are the sweet and spicy ones. I also really like the sweet potato cinnamon ones. Is that what they're called?
Yes, those
really
are good.
Yeah, those are. By the way, guys, we're talking about sun chips.
Woo! All right. I'm gonna hit record.
Wait. I need to hear Reed. I'm checking the Twitch. I just need to hear Reed.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with chips. I'm done with all this shit.
We're good. I got it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. We're talking, and now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cape Complainers, where we are a weekly podcast show talking about all things nerdy. And this month, we're doing spooky things. For the month of October, I was about to say, for the month of October, we are going to be doing spooky content because it is spooky month. And today's episode is going to be kind of we've reviewed it before, but I feel like it needs a second opinion. I don't know if everybody's watched it because I forced them to watch it because it's a phenomenal movie.
I volunteered this, so
yeah. Hubie Halloween. It was a film that came out, I believe, 2020 or 2021.
2020
on Netflix. It was a new Adam Sandler Halloween movie, and I think it's phenomenal. And the group doesn't quite agree. Reed, I think I've won over to the dark side.
I was in agreement when I first saw it too. I was cracking up. I was cracking up at the first trailers when it first came out. I was like, I hope I'm going to enjoy this, and I still did.
It is without flaw. And joining me for this episode, we have Reed, as he has already spoken up. We have Devin, and we have Tim.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey. Ooh, all right. So
nice to meet you, sir.
So the past couple of weeks, we've had this ongoing thing, and I'm excited to hear. I've been waiting all week to hear what is creeping inside the dark crevices of Devin's mind. So we have thoughts with Devin.
He forgot to think of a thought. You can.
I have one.
You can see it on his face.
No, I have one.
He hasn't had a single thought all week.
I did. It's my one thought that gets me through the week.
What is your thought?
You guys don't think it's so dumb. I already know you.
They always are.
I think they're all dumb.
So
I'm not surprised.
Like, you guys know how we as people name things. We are the things that name things, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But have you? But all of these thoughts stem. No, all these things come from your brain. So in theory, the brain named itself.
Hey, we got there. Okay, moving
on. Right?
So your mindset is basically like, are we the brain or is the brain us and all that stuff? Like, yes, we did name the brain.
What came first, the brain or the name of the brain?
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
that should be the question narrowed down to what Tim said.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, all of who we are and things stem from our brains, but
you are the brain.
Yeah.
The brain is you, and you are the brain. Like,
oh my god, this is Full Metal Alchemist stuff.
We are flesh bag. We are little flesh bags for his brain. Like, we're just like his little sack.
You know
we're like a robot.
You are the brain. Like, this is Devin. This whole little bald area is Devin.
That's it.
Yeah,
hey, Devin, this is the definition of sentient. You are sentient. You're whenever we evolved, whatever created.
I just got there, guys. I just got sentient.
Whatever our brain.
You know what this reminds me of?
I know.
You guys ever see that meme where it's like, you ever think about that your brain is who you are and your body's just a flesh Gundam mobile suit?
Probably some other paraphrase.
Yeah, something like that. But it's like your brain is just a mech pilot. So you're just a mech pilot, and you're your brain, and your whole body.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't have this like flesh bag on us, our brains and things would not survive in this atmosphere, in this world. It needs this.
Like, the brain again.
Brain. You come over here, my brain will beat you up.
Yeah, the brain is you. So you're like saying like, oh, without our brains, blah blah blah. Like you are the brain. This is.
I didn't say without our brains. I'm just saying that like when you think about like how we name things, like our brain can say, oh yeah, we're gonna call this new creature like a cat, right? But when it comes to like, hey, this is like our brain is like, our brain is called a brain.
Well, that's just like, us naming things. We as a species.
Yeah. Therefore, the brain named itself.
I named my GPS Mabel. It doesn't mean it's just
like. But your GPS didn't name itself Mabel, right? Whatever. That's the point.
Yeah. Well, per usual, great thought, Devin.
Thanks.
Yeah, another 5 minutes wasted.
Woo! Hey, I think more enlightened. Okay.
Mine's not really a thought, but I went to a Comic-Con today, and one of my favorite things going to a Comic-Con is seeing people dressed up as superheroes who definitely don't have the body type to be dressed up as superheroes. Like I saw at least 3 fat Spider-Men. It's just fantastic. There was a really skinny Superman. So I just liked seeing people dress up that doesn't look correctly.
So you're body shaming?
A little bit.
So I'll go on record. I've been thinking about doing cosplay, because I think it would be really fun. And so I looked up tips on how to make a good cosplay. And the number one tip on pretty much all these sites is work out.
Get fit.
Yeah.
No, you mentioned that, Greg. I went to Spirit Halloween with my kid, and he chose to be Captain America, and then he's telling me, "Dad, be Spider-Man." And I told him, I don't have the body. I'm like, I'm too big for a bodysuit. I think I told him or something like that. And just looking all around, all the Spider-Mans or bodysuits and stuff like that.
You're too buff for such a lithe character.
See, Tim, he works out. He would look really good in a Spider-Man suit. But like one of the Spider-Man
mask and Peter Parker's not bald.
Yeah, well, let's be real though, Tim. Be honest with us. Do you have a 6-pack? Show us right now.
Yeah, you want to see?
Yeah, let's see.
I don't have a 6-pack.
Woo! No, there's definition there.
Turn to the side. Wait. Lift up and turn to the side.
Yeah, you can see it. God.
Okay, you don't have that little baby pooch. That's what we were checking.
For those of you listening, you're missing out.
You can't see it because of the lighting, but I do have a little definition there.
You also can't see it because of the hair.
True.
Yeah, I saw it.
But I was super proud to see the definition, and I noticed it like a week ago, and I was like, yeah, Tim, let's keep working out abs, even though it's actually body fat that makes you see abs.
We're really proud of you, too. Thanks. Good job.
Yeah.
Very much.
You want me to take my
now stop doing it so you stop making us all feel bad.
Well, let's go on ahead and drift into our topic.
Yes, Tim. Yes.
You know what, Tim, just pop the shirt off.
Yeah.
I don't think
all we want to see are those collarbones, though. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's so bright. It's so white.
He's a ghost.
For those of you wanting to view this, visit our Twitch to view this wonderful body.
For those of you not wanting to throw up in your mouth, stay away.
Never look at it.
The audience. So today's topic, as we said at the beginning of the show, is Hubie Halloween. For me, whenever we first reviewed this movie, I freaking loved it. I still to this day think it's Adam Sandler's best comedy in years. It is without flaw. I laugh every time I watch it. Now, are there a couple of dumb moments in it? Yes.
That's the point of this movie, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be dumb, but it's so damn funny. I really do love it. Everything about it, the the silly thermos thing that Tim doesn't like. I love whenever they're throwing shit at him, whenever he's constantly on his bike and he's getting like just stuff thrown at him all the time.
I laugh every time, every scene. His mom has a new shirt.
Oh my god! Yeah, I watched it with my girlfriend.
Boner is the first shirt.
Yeah. I watched it with my girlfriend, and like she was just like, "I don't want to watch this movie." I'm just like, "No, just watch it with me," and all that stuff. She laughed. She had a good time. She won't admit it, but it was great.
Oh, yeah, I watched this movie with my wife, and she couldn't even get. She was like, "What's happening?"
Well,
and I felt the same way, and I've seen it before.
The way I have to view this movie is, it's his silliest comedy. Like you can't go into it thinking it's going to be like Happy Gilmore, and I mean Billy Madison is a silly comedy, but it still like has like I was going to say believable story, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it has. But this movie, it's cartoony. It's very cartoony, and it's just very quick jab funny, and I love it.
I think that if they had made this into a cartoon, it would have been better.
You think so? Like maybe do a 8 Crazy Nights with Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would actually
that
would actually be pretty interesting.
Be kind of cool too, yeah.
Now, Tim and Devin, now that you were forced to view this film again, what do y'all have any new thoughts or new complaints on the second viewing?
This is actually the third viewing. We've done this for the last 3 years. But
no, I don't think
the last 2 years. Like last year we did a Hubie review, and then the first year that it came out, we did a Hubie review. This is
I don't remember another Hubie. I don't remember another Hubie one.
Yeah.
I thought we only did one Hubie.
No, we definitely did a second.
No,
Check
I think
the
what you're,
archives.
Yeah,
I think what you're thinking of, Tim, is when Greg came down and you came down, we started watching it on the couch, and then Greg bitched out and went to bed.
I was sleepy. I
had a
remember
long day.
specifically having another podcast about this. Am I crazy?
I don't think we did. Yeah, I think
do
did.
I just have the power of foresight? I can see the future?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, no, we reviewed it once when it originally came out, and we just mention it every episode. We watched it together whenever we went down to Dallas. And
it was so bad. Greg didn't laugh once when we were all together, and he fell asleep in it. Let me just say that.
First of all, I loved the movie. Phenomenal. If y'all haven't seen it and you're listening, turn off the podcast and go see it. It's great.
We'll finish
and then come back and listen to the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but back to my original thought. After this new viewing, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so actually I laughed a little bit this time around. There were a couple of moments. Maybe I just didn't think they were funny before, or maybe I didn't.
You weren't in the right mindset.
You matured.
Yeah. My like my taste buds. I've learned to like the gross things like spinach, and Hubie, but the part where the not the mayor, but Maya Rudolph's husband. What was his name?
I don't remember his name. I think
his Halloween costume was like he's holding his own head, and he's a headless person.
Yeah. Headless Horseman.
His and Maya's entire like interaction just made me giggle so many times. Whenever he was like sucking on his own finger, and she's like, "What's that supposed to do for me?" I was like,
"Those tiny penises."
I know. Yeah. So
whenever he scares Hubie, he's like, do you want me now? No.
No, that wasn't funny. Just his and her. Yeah. Sorry, Greg. Don't put words into my mouth. Whatever. Maya and his relationship
put tiny fingers in his mouth.
So toxic that I kind of giggled. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So I do want to say the movie itself has improved a little bit for me, just because of those small little things that I don't think I appreciated as much the first or second time I watched it. The thermos, still the dumbest thing ever. Still
Thermos is
shut
great.
up, Greg. It's my turn to talk. You already said you still like the thermos.
Tim,
We get it.
Tim has the talking thermos.
The thermos, still dumb. The them throwing stuff while he's on his bike, still dumb. The Shaq girly voice, still dumb. It's still but I did appreciate.
That's my girlfriend's favorite part. Is
I-
whenever he giggles.
I
He's like,
did appreciate a few of the smaller bits. So I will say that my opinion has changed and it's gotten slightly better.
Yay!
Devin, your turn.
okay.
Shut up, Greg.
yeah,
Devin's
Devin.
turn.
I was gonna go to Deb.
I mean, it's all right. I watched it and I was still kind of just like meh as I watched it. I did laugh, like Tim. I did laugh at a few parts, but I couldn't remember if I laughed at them before and they were the same things, or if I laughed at different things. I laughed at the first few times he got scared, and then like as it went on, I kind of just anytime they would scare him, I'd like it. Okay, I get the gag. I laughed harder than I should have.
They beat the
When-
jokes to death, I would say.
Yeah. I laughed way harder than I should have when he's talking to the what's his name? The old man in the front yard when he first meets him.
Oh, Steve Buscemi's character.
Yeah, I laughed really hard when he talked with him. He goes,
Walter.
and he's
Yeah.
like, "Look at that, a ghost!" And it's just like stained pee
Yeah.
sheets. I laughed really hard at that. But then when he came to the school dressed as the pee ghost, I was like,
See, I'm the opposite. I didn't think it was funny in the yard, but whenever he came into the cafeteria with the stained sheet, I thought that was funny.
Oh,
I love that kid who's dressed up as a zombie. He's like, "Well, what kind of stuff do you do?" And he turns to talk to me and just starts screaming. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very fun movie. Do you have any new feelings towards the movie, Devin?
I mean, I still feel like it was a waste of time to me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I mean no, not really.
So
these guys
It
don't
was-
know art when
It
they
was
see it.
okay.
You don't.
So let me compound onto my thought
fault.
really fast. I just remembered. So you guys know at the end, whenever Hubie's crush, whatever her name
Vicky
is,
Valentine.
No. Is
Vic-
it? No,
Vicky
Vicky
Valentine.
Valentine is from
No, something Valentino, something.
Violet.
No, the
It's
last name
Violet
is-
Valentine. It's
There it is.
Violet
Violet.
Valentine.
Okay, when Hubie was like professing his love like on news, and then she starts kissing the TV. I don't really remember that the first time I watched it, but when I was watching it this time, I remember thinking, this is so cringe. This is so gross and weird. Her kids are right there. I don't remember being that affected by it the first time I watched it. But this
It's a
time
happy
I was
ending.
really grossed
But
out by
yeah,
it.
she's been
got-
waiting so
yeah.
long for the affection of Hubie
It's
Dubois.
It was gross. I'm sorry that I felt grossed out by it.
It's the power of love, Tim.
The underdog got the girl in the end, so you just got to be happy for him, Tim.
I
you have to be Happy
appreciated
Madison for him.
I appreciated her character a little bit more, but that's only because I've watched Modern Family within the
Mhm.
past year, and I really liked her in Modern Family. And so, and I don't think when I watched it the first time I realized that it was her.
Also,
Yeah.
Shoot, I forgot what I was.
And
going to say.
she is from the Happy Madison movie as well.
Is she really?
Yeah, and her name in that is Vicky Valentine.
Wait, Happy Gilmore or Billy Madison?
Happy
They're two
Gilmore.
different
Oh,
movies.
Happy
Yeah,
Gilmore.
the golfing
Oh.
is Happy Madison.
Yeah.
She's in that.
That-
Ben Stiller is in that as
Happy
the
Madison.
elderly assistant.
Orderly.
Yeah, that one. There you go. And then he's the psych ward orderly there
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
thought that was hilarious too. Starting off with that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, bringing that character back.
So
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Hey, I hear you can't get it up, and kicking the bed.
I don't like the trope in Adam Sandler's movies where him, a not attractive guy, keeps getting all these attractive women. Like, give us
What
an
makes you think it's not
average-looking woman falling in love with an average-looking guy, and then boom.
Well, So how do you feel about Joseph Gordon-Levitt writing all his own movies where he gets like the hottest girl to act with him and he gets to date him and stuff like that?
Creepy.
Well, he's a beautiful man.
Creepy as hell.
Well,
dude shouldn't be writing people to make out with him. That's odd.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man, I'm gonna do this thing where hot people kiss me. Hell yeah.
Well, Reed, as a fellow lover of this movie, did you go into this movie with any new thoughts or feelings towards it?
I was hoping that I would still enjoy it, and I did.
Well,
and I mean, like I said, just all the moments, you know, sort of the classic, you know, with the Ben Stiller being there, and oh my gosh, the shirts. I still crack up thinking of the boner donor shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I did appreciate more of when like you would randomly hear him say like, "Oh, made a boner there."
Yeah.
Like, I think I missed that the first time, which I thought was funny, but or the original joke, I was like, meh. But hearing it later on was funny to me.
I mean, it's just classically stupid, and it's meant to be that. And I'm aware enough to be like, this is going to be stupid. I want to be stupid. I'm going to watch this movie, and enjoy it. I'm not looking for.
You're stupid.
Well, I can turn it off and on, you know. But it's just classic dumb stuff, and it's just really enjoyable. You don't see movies like that much. Everyone's trying to be the big budget, you know, rake in stuff like that.
Marvel, yeah.
And especially for Netflix. I know Adam Sandler had a contract to make like 6 movies for Netflix and stuff like that. And,
yeah, they're all terrible, but this one just shines.
I know, right? And even just the low budget of it all doesn't, you know, make it any worse.
I like that they don't resort to like racist and sexist humor, because I know that's a lot of what nowadays comedies are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I thought there was gonna be more. Yeah, I agree. It's a really is a feel good comedy that like I guess my thing is I went into it like Reed, hoping I'd still enjoy it. I mean, I've seen it several times, but I haven't seen it like at least in a year, and so I went watching it, and it makes me laugh. It's everything about it is just great. I think Hubie is very likable. It pisses me off that everybody's mean to him. I'm like, why?
That's what put his mom on the path that she went.
I would be his friend. I'd hang out with him. I want to firmness.
Well, let me ask you this.
I won't stay the night if he's peeing his bed, though. But
I'm not going to bed with him.
When we first reviewed this, if I'm not mistaken, both of you were under an influence when you watched it, right?
No, I was sober as a bird.
Oh,
not crap, the first time, because we had a conversation
about how high you were. What are you talking about, Greg?
Yeah,
sober as a stoned.
Whenever I watched it recently, sober as a bird. And it's still hilarious. 10 out of 10. And it really is. It makes me laugh. I can like Reed said, it's a dumb movie. You can turn your brain off. Just enjoy the ride. Are there some really unnecessary bits? Like one or two. There were like one or two where I'm like, okay, come on. But as a whole, it's a very well done, executed comedy.
I don't think it's so much turning off your mind to enjoy it. It's more mind numbing than anything else.
I liked it.
I sat there and I felt myself watching it like this.
Well, you just have no happiness in your life. I guess
I have plenty of happiness in my life. I bought my kid Pokemon toys today.
Whatever.
Name one more, Devin.
Yeah, Devin.
I played games with Reed for a couple minutes last night.
We said name one that's a happy moment, okay?
Yeah. You don't get happy whenever you play video games, Devin. We've heard you get very unhappy playing video games.
I hear you take out that unhappiness on everything around you, including
Not recently.
Kid.
Not recently. You want me to
Notice
name
how he
another one?
said not recently, but he said not to my
Yeah.
kid.
I know, but
Also
he did
not to my
say,
kid.
yeah,
It's too late.
he didn't say he didn't do it, so he just said not recently.
Yeah.
I haven't
Alright.
done it in the longest time. Like as soon as I stopped playing Hunt, boom, it ended.
Oh gosh,
I
that
don't
game.
think it was Hunt.
Yeah.
I think it was other things, but then I had a kid and I mellowed out a little bit.
Well, I figured this would be a short episode, so I have two final things to say. One is for all of y'all. Are you gonna watch it again?
Yes.
Next year when you make me.
I've only made you do it twice. We've
I
reviewed it, and
guarantee
then
you.
I think we need to do this every year. Because also another thing about this movie is it's not one of the big scary horror tropes.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
dumb
It's just
Halloween movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but
it's
so is Scream, and I'd rather watch Scream.
Yeah, but this movie is like if the Monster Mash was a movie.
Right.
It's just like whatever. It's very Halloweeny and it's silly.
I'd like to see in 30 years from now when my opinion's like it's a perfect 10 out of 10. I wish I'd have seen it sooner. Greg, why didn't you convince me to watch it more?
Yeah, you're on your deathbed and you're like, Greg, I was wrong.
What's funny
I'm wearing a
is that
Hubie Halloween shirt.
Yeah, you're
My
wearing a
headstone
boner
says
for sure.
loved Hubie in the end.
At that point, you both are gonna have a 180. Tim's gonna love it. Greg's gonna hate it. He's like, "This movie sucks."
Tim Will says he wants to be buried with his multi-tool thermos.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and my Hubie Halloween waifu pillow.
Yeah, I'm laying on my deathbed and I'm just like, it was flawed.
Our deathbeds are right next to each other. You take that back, old man.
Flatline.
You dirty liar.
I heard you can't get it up.
And then the final thing I wanted. The final thing I wanted to talk about is all the things the thermos can do. I took notes. It's an inhaler holder. It is a pepper spray, a flashlight, a blender, a shovel, an umbrella,
a
hair dryer, megaphone, flare gun, telescope, grappling hook. It's amazing. It's a drill, vacuum, and that's it.
Wait, when did he drill?
It's also
when he's taken out.
I think he's trying to get into Mr. Lambert's house.
Yeah,
and he drills.
It's also a regular thermos.
And it's a thermos.
It still holds.
I will correct Greg
it holds like 3 soups.
Yeah.
I will correct Greg though that the flare gun and the hair dryer are 2 separate thermoses.
I'm sure he has it in his.
We can't say that honestly. Yeah. As cool as it is, we can't say that.
Which honestly. It's not cool at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's pretty cool.
You take that really?
I would love one. So I guess that will conclude the Hubie redemption. I think it's redeemed. It never lost any redemption in my eyes, and I think we might have won Tim and Devin over today.
No,
not at all.
So too.
Not at
Absolutely
all.
Not.
Let's just say Hubie has been redeemed.
Capes,
no
capes for me. Still 1 cape. It gained
Schubert
1
Dubois
cape.
Is
capes
the hero
for me,
to all of us.
It still owes me cape, so Tim can the cape that Tim gave it. It'll take away and give it to me.
Read how many capes.
I mean, 10. He's the hero that we didn't ask for, but we got, and we need him. We need him every year. So next year, we'll be seeing Hubie again.
He's the hero we didn't ask for, for a reason.
Well, for me, it's
with
a million.
His pea-stained cape. We need him.
Yeah, for me, it's a million capes. It's 100% without flaw. 10 out of 10. So I guess that will conclude this episode.
Thank you guys for joining us today with the Caped Complainers. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
And be sure to check out our Twitch streams where we're twitching, most Sundays at 6 p.m. with the occasional change in the schedule, and having shorts on YouTube.
I keep thinking Reed has something to say.
Not yet.
Yeah, we canceled it. We removed it.
That's a boner on
I
Greg's
know.
part.
Sorry.
Reed forgets.
All right.
I'll
Well,
type up
and
something
also,
for you, Reed.
yeah, and don't forget that nobody complains like a fan. We will see y'all next spooky episode. Bye bye. Say boo. All right.
Maybe